Left of the box. From Erica on Twitter. Great person to follow if you're still on Twitter. Does Jesse Brown need therapy? What kind of boys will be boys shit is this? And so Jesse Brown is a publisher of Canada Land. Jesse Brown had tweeted out, the Taylor Swift porn images were gross, but also absurd and obviously AI. We need laws against deepfake porn that tells convincing lies. But these were just horny fanfic, and horny fanfic should not be a crime. Yeah, what kind of boys will be boys shit is this? Like, no. There isn't that line of, if it's convincing, then it shouldn't be allowed. But, if the attempt to violate someone's, image in that way, if it's not successful because it's not exactly convincing, then it should be allowed because it's just, horny men being horny, doing horny stuff because horny is, and there's no sense in trying to get men to actually understand that they're violating women when they do this, to understand how objectified and vulnerable this can make women. There's no attempt to maybe educate men on that, or maybe to help men find different ways of outlets for their horniness, as opposed to, take a celebrity and make fake porn of them to spread all over the internet. No, it's just boys being boys. You shouldn't be mad at that. Absolutely gross. For those of you who don't know, apparently it was all over the internet a little while ago. There was AI deepfake porns of Taylor Swift going around. And that is absolutely not okay. It's not okay. It is an attempt to humiliate that person whenever they do deep fake porn. It's an attempt to abuse that person, to, objectify them and make them feel like they have no control over their image. And it's absolutely disgusting that this man here is telling other people how they shouldn't be offended when it's their image that's being used. Because he probably will fall into that category of, oh, if somebody made AI porn about me, I wouldn't care. It's a different dynamic. Like, so many men will constantly be like, oh, I wish women who would sexually harass me and do all this sort of stuff. And it's not the same thing. Also, not all men would like that. It starts with just porn images, but soon that won't be enough to satiate some of these horny fans. And they'll try seeking out actual images of her to spread around. You get stalkers that way. Quite honestly, there's enough porn out there. Why do you need porn of a specific person? That I don't even understand. Because there's so many bodies of all types, of all levels of beauty, of all levels of, what they do in pornography. Why then target a celebrity when you can have 1,000 just as beautiful and look very similar to Taylor Swift people out there? Then why is it so necessary to target her like this? It's because it's an attack on her autonomy. It's an attack on her image. It's an attack to make her humiliated, to make her feel like she doesn't have control of her image. And this whole boys being boys bullshit is part of the reason why we're in this situation, that it's gotten so bad, that it keeps on happening over and over again, instead of actually educating men as to why this is wrong, why this isn't okay. It just makes me mad. Makes me mad. Makes me mad that this is a thing, that so many white privileged men in particular will sit there and say, I don't see the problem with this. It's probably also the type that watched it too. Like, that's the other thing. Like, when leaked photographs of some celebrities went out there and people looked at those, okay, you are violating people's consent at that point. Like, this is no different than revenge porn. And how is that okay? It's like, oh, but it's not their real body. But that's not the point. The intent was to humiliate that person.